People, what's going on? What's going on? Manners and respect. This is your boy Rome, watching the fourth official. Welcome. First of all, whenever you come on, brand new, drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Happy Memorial Day to everyone out there.
First of all, whenever you come on, brand new, drop a like.
Really want to take a quick second to say thoughts and prayers to all of the families who are now missing a loved one, and who has fought for this great nation. You're missing someone in your family, a family member, a friend who has fought, sacrificed, have the ultimate sacrifice. Blessings, thoughts go out to every single one of you guys. As a service member myself, to everyone who serves today, who have served before, abroad, those guys who came back and who have fought the mental ills, have gone to war and has lost their life since due to those ills, family members, friends of those people. My heart goes out for those who fought for the great experiment. And reaching out to everyone, blessings and manners. We're back at it again. And yes, Coach Minzy, Coach's desk, just a recover. Finally back on it. After Wednesday, after Manchester United lost, it was rough watching those penalty kicks. It was rough watching De Gea missing. But I got a lifeline on Saturday when Man City lost. It was like, I'm not happy that Chelsea won, but I'm very happy that Manchester City lost. So yes, Coach Minzy, really just a recover. I'm finally able to make it back on social media and back on YouTube. Watching the Manchester United game, even though that's not the topic of today, I still have to put it out there. There were times when my mouth was dry because I wanted to cuss, I wanted to fight. It was rough, fam. It was very, very rough. But make sure the people don't drop a like on the live, share it as much as they can, please. Let your social media know. Once you're happy, just make your social media know that we're out here. We're going to talk about some things about the JFF. We're going to talk about some transfers from Manchester United later on in the show. But I really want to focus on, because international football is now in the forefront. It's a couple miles away. It's right around the corner. And as you guys know, the fourth official is Jamaican American views on football. So I have to talk about Jamaica football right now, the direction that is going, and how I think that the JFF can use the current climate, the way the world is right now, to build up Jamaica football, to give recognition to Jamaica football, so that we can start improving the game and enticing more people to come and play for the country. I've been saying this over and over whenever we visit the Coach's Desk YouTube channel or whatever I'm talking about football and Jamaican football as a whole. I always talk about the different ways in which Jamaica Football Federation can actually improve the way they're managing the football in Jamaica. And because I am not in Jamaica, I am not very versed I'm not placed in a position where I can speak much about the Jamaican football. I can only look from it from the outside in. What I can talk about is the business aspect of it. I can talk about the way I see the Jamaica Football Federation is currently being run, and how they can improve that to not only entice players, but to make a whole lot more money for the country and for Jamaica. Anyone who happen, if you're interested in coming on to the show and giving a say, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to shoot over the link for the StreamYard, so you guys can just hop on, talk to me about the direction that you think the JFF is going. I want to take this more away from the football of Jamaica. I leave people who watch more of Jamaica football, know more of the players, can talk about that. I want to talk more about the management of Jamaica Football Federation and how I see these men going. Later on, we're going to talk about a few transfers in the Premier League, notably the bias that we have towards Manchester United. We have to talk about them. We have to talk about people who I think that want to be coming in, who don't want to come in, who I want to come in. But first, let's sit on the JFF. A couple comments here. Let me drop a comment in the comment section. Man like Coach's Desk. Yeah, man, again, just a recover. Guys are very blessed for yourself. But I don't think the JFF knows what's going on with the JFF. at this point. It's sad, but it's true. I don't think the JFF knows what's going on with the JFF. So let's get right into it. And the topic of it is, how can we help the incompetent JFF? So let's talk about what is going on at the JFF right now and why do I think it's incompetent. If you are a fan of Jamaica football, if you're a Jamaican, you're a fan of football, then chances are you're a fan of Jamaica football, right? You want to see us do well. You want to see the country make it back to the World Cup, rise up in the FIFA rankings, and, you know, bring some recognition to Jamaica aside from Usain Bolt and track and field and Bob Marley and weed, right? Because that's all we're known about across the world. People forget that we were actually one of the first island nations to make it in the World Cup from the Caribbean. And I would really, really love to bring back focus on Jamaica with regards to football, because football is a worldwide sport. Now, this can help us in so many different ways, because if you think about it, if we start having eyes on Jamaica regarding to football, then countries, people around the world will start looking at Jamaica. And then they start seeing the stuff that is happening in Jamaica, which will then give us aid, possibly, to Jamaica for us to combat crime, for us to combat poverty. So JFF does not just have a minuscule role to play with regards to protecting the football in Jamaica, but also the JFF have a role to play with regards to bringing international eyes into our island, right? And you have more people looking at Jamaica. You have more people looking at the crimes and the atrocities that's going on with the people in Jamaica, the corruption possibly in the politics in Jamaica. When we have more eyes on our country from the outside looking in, people are more willing now, are obligated to do better politically. You have aid coming in which could probably fight poverty. You fight poverty in the country, the lower the poverty rate, the lower the crime rate, because people are now not forced to go do stuff that they probably don't want to do in the first place. You understand? So let's talk about what's going on with the JFF. I think we have within the JFF right now a bunch of old, antiquated, ancient, medieval type people running the JFF. And in the day that we're in us sitting in the 22nd century, I don't know, but where we are right now in this world, we can't have backwards people running the JFF. We can't have people who, have this medieval thought process of business running the country. And what do I mean by that? Now, football is a worldwide sport. We're living in a globalized world, which means that for you to get recognition, you have to be a part of said globalized world. Jamaica has been struggling for sponsorship. Hence, the Jamaica Football Federation has been struggling for sponsorship. Hence, the most recent battle was with the players and the Players Association and the players' representatives, because they weren't paying them adequately to travel around the world to play for them. And their argument is they are struggling for money. Now, you're struggling for sponsorship because no one wants to sponsor the team because no one knows about you. Now, whose job it is to make the world be known that Jamaica has a fledgling, talented, growing, young football team? That's the job of the JFF. Now, there have been a lot of management changes in FIFA. There's been a lot of talk about Jamaica mismanaging the money sent to them by FIFA. Of course, you would anticipate a lot of corruption and mismanagement when it comes to money in an island like Jamaica, where corruption is like us. Corruption is like the cloud when you get ready for rain, just hanging over. However, one must ask yourself, are these guys doing enough to highlight Jamaica football? We're in the world of social media, right? So today, that is going to be my number one topic in terms of how we can help the JFF. And we're going to bring it all the way back to these antiquated type of people, because if you, as the JFF, were to go on a social media platform, not just one, multiple, create a social media department where you hire some young graduates, some young communication graduate from out of UWI, UTech, any university in Jamaica. Make them be a social media director. Hire a team, right? These guys don't necessarily need to be paid great salaries, competing with the prime minister. However, give them a career, make them a team, get them involved within the daily routine of the JFF, right? Now, when young people like myself within the diaspora of Jamaica, living abroad, Jamaicans are everywhere. We know this, and we've known this since we were kids. We will follow, without a shadow of a doubt, those social media pages, because Jamaicans abroad love everything about Jamaica. So in that case, if we're now following your social media, and you have people who are willing to show the different aspects of Jamaica football on social media, 1 minute clips, 3 minute clips, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, where you show and share pictures of current and former Jamaica players, growing the interest of Jamaica football, that will build your support for football and the social media. You guys underestimate the pull of social media when it comes to sponsorship. Cristiano Ronaldo would not have to, after Cristiano Ronaldo hit that 250 million followers on Instagram, he does not have to kick another ball for the rest of his life, because sponsorship alone coming off of that Instagram following and make him set for the rest of his life. Can you imagine if Jamaica Football Federation were to go up to 1, 2, 3 million followers on Instagram? There will be lines upon lines of people running behind them, asking them to sponsor them, want to be the number one pillar supporter of Jamaica football, want to be the number one watch provider for Jamaica football. Clubs like Manchester United and other clubs who have a gazillion people following them on different social media platforms have sponsorship lining up their asses. Why is Jamaica Football Federation not pushing the social media aspect of it? Why are we not out there making videos and sending it out on social media, encouraging young people to follow the social media? I would love to go on Snapchat and say a message from Leon Bailey, and say a message from Antonio, and say a message from Theodore Tapper Whitmore, and say a message from Robbie Earl, one of the scorers of the World Cup, the one World Cup we were playing. I would love to go on any social media, 1 minute video, 3 minute videos, couple pictures, showing the Jamaica football past, present, and future. Follow that. Like it, share it. Other Jamaicans run on to it. And before you know it, you have a major following, not just in Jamaica, but across the world. Because not only are Jamaicans following that, but proud Jamaican people, Jamaican parentage who are proud of their heritage are following that as well. Then you have those who are not affiliated with Jamaica at all, who just love the culture, love the country. Whether they are attracted to it by track and field, Bob Marley or weed, and regardless of what the attraction is to Jamaica, they will follow that type of stuff, especially if they are football fans. You gain a following. You gain sponsorship. You gain sponsorship, you gain funds. Those funds can now then pay your players to play, put them up in proper conditions when they're going out and playing. And guess what? That will now attract more players to play. But the club itself, the federation itself is run on incompetence from. I go on YouTube channels, the coaches says, big up yourself, Coach Minzy. And I talk to people a lot, scouts for the Jamaica Football Federation, people who are living in England who are identifying players, countless players who are willing and able to play for Jamaica because of their parentage. And the JFF is just lollygagging. Mason Holgate, who's a starting defender for Everton Football Club, the club are coming at the top 10 at the English Premier League. And the Jamaica Football Federation cannot come up with a system to get these men their passport. Like if you're the president of Jamaica Football Federation, you're telling me that you don't have someone in your department who can develop a system with the government who's responsible for the government entity that's responsible for issuing a passport. You can develop a system where in which case you identify talent who is willing and able to play for Jamaica, and you say, yes, I want this guy fast tracked, and you can track him throughout his career, and as soon as he says yes, like Mason Holgate, who's begging to play for the country, to say, you know what, give me like a couple of weeks, Mason, I'll have someone come to you, I'll have someone fill out the forms with you, a lawyer fill out the forms with you, take it back to wherever, get you your passport within a week. As opposed to having Mason Holgate walking around trying to get contacts so that he can play for the country. These players should not be going through this so that they can represent the country. Yes, we understand that players nowadays, the Mikel Antonio, the Mason Holgate, all those guys who are rushing in to play for the country now are doing it because of probably selfish reasons. But let's be honest, both entities will be winning from that arrangement. Because now Jamaica have an internationally known striker who can come in and give us some goals in tournaments, or a big defender who can stop goals from going in tournaments, right? As opposed to depending on players who are playing in Jamaica who are not necessarily up to standard from, or picking players from the UCL here in America. You understand what I'm saying? So number one, the biggest thing that Jamaica needs to do right now, the Jamaica Football Federation, is hire a social media director, create a social media team, start up on every single platform, start pushing out videos of past, present, future players that can actually step in and develop and build a following. You build a following, that's the first step in gaining sponsorship. You gain sponsorship, and then before you know it, you start attracting different stuff, you start getting money into it, you can do other stuff. But that's the very first step. That's the very first step. Anybody with any sort of minuscule business mind can tell you that all you need to do, the only thing you need to do when you're running a federation like that is to get people behind you. You gain a following, and I guarantee you will get people running out the ass just to support you, fam. It's that simple. Now the next thing that Jamaica Football Federation needs to do in order to develop and create a prize team is you have to create and build on the brand of Jamaica football. I mean, that comes after you've built a social media platform, yes, but the brand of Jamaica football, you can develop and build on that. Meaning the JFF, the Football Federation website, needs to be changed completely. Meaning you need to start marketing the brand of Jamaica football. What do I mean by that? It's sad that myself, as a Jamaican living abroad, cannot go on the Jamaica Football Federation website and buy myself a replica 1998 Theodore Whitmore number 11 jersey. It is sad. You can get any tailor in Jamaica, anyone to go and make a replica jersey. I would love to get myself a replica jersey. It is sad that today I cannot go on the JFF website. They can pattern they can pattern the Jamaica jersey, the current jersey that they have right now, sell Leon Bailey jersey. Mikel Antonio is coming to play for this country. Why can't I go on the Jamaica Football Federation website and order me a Mikel Antonio jersey, replica jersey? Why? For, I don't know, 50, 20, 25 to 30 US dollars? Think about the money you will be making marketing your players, fam. You have man like Mikel Antonio, you have man like Leon Bailey, possibly Damari Gray, Bobby Reed, Jamal Lowe, Maggie. Jamaicans across the country have their favorite players, past and present. I would love going into the Gold Cup and the World Cup qualifiers to have myself a Leon Bailey number 7 jersey. Or a Theodore Whitmore replica jersey. Or an old Walter Boy jersey back in prime. Because when I was growing up, they said they look like Walter Boy. Market the brand, you make so much money, fam. Which you wouldn't have a problem then paying players if you're out there selling replica jerseys. Why aren't we marketing the brand? Robbie Earl is right here in America working for NBCSN. Why aren't we contacting Robbie Earl to give interviews to the Jamaica Football Federation? Tell us how it was playing for the country in '98. Why aren't we reaching out to a man like Dean Burton over there in England? The plethora of players that come over and play for Jamaica throughout that period. They're still about either being playing in, they're not playing right now, but they're still in football coaching, doing all sorts of stuff in England. Why are these guys not in and around the Jamaica team, in and around Jamaica Football Federation? We have a bunch of people who say they are businessmen who are trying to keep it to themselves and not build upon the name that is Jamaica Football Fan. There is no way having such a big island nation with such a huge diaspora and you're not making so much money off of it, fam. You look at politics right now, how Trump build a following of supporters who will leave him for nothing and grift them for everything, fam. Everything. Everything. Him asks them for money and they give it to him. And this is not even a grift. This is the Jamaica Football Federation reaching out to his fans and his fellow citizens saying, hey, here is a jersey for your favorite player. Do you want it? Give me $25 and I'll ship it to you anywhere you are. And you can wear it. You can buy one for your son who is Jamaican, by parentage. So you can build a fan base generation after generation. Why do I have to go on Amazon to buy a jersey from a random seller that just decide they're going to make a jersey and put Jamaica on it? Why is the federation not making a pattern of Jamaica jersey and push it out to the people, fam? Why? This don't make no sense, brother. No sense at all. None of this don't make no sense. We need to start identifying. We need to start identifying multiple streams of revenue, fam. We need to start identifying multiple streams of revenue. At what point will the Jamaica Football Federation learn that this is not just about sitting in a room somewhere, and trying to be, oh, I'm the big man. I'm the one who's running the show. You're just listening to this. No, fam. Absolutely not, brother. At what point will the Jamaica Football Federation learn that you have the opportunity to make some? There should never be a point where the Football Federation is struggling to pay their players. Now we're hearing that a couple players has withdrawn from the national teams to play Japan. They've made themselves unavailable. I don't know how, I don't know why, but they just made themselves unavailable. Now, Bobby Reid, who could be essential in terms of our qualification moving forward, because Bobby is a very good player, can play on either wing. You see him for Fulham in the Premier League. Michael Hector, who is, I don't think he'll be missed at any given point, but again, a player is a player is a player. What I would like to know is, at what point will we realize that the incompetence is building up at the JFF? The incompetence is running sky high at the JFF. Because if me as a layman who did, a few classes, of course, as a business major, can know that all you guys need to do, the only thing you need to do is to just get the ball rolling. Get marketing. That's literally the only thing you need to do. Just start marketing the thing. Get to it. You understand what I'm saying? You will no doubt be a part of the growth you will find, especially moving into this period where you have Gold Cup and qualifiers. Now, I was at the game, that final versus Mexico in the last Gold Cup in Philadelphia, fam. And yes, America filled with South America and Central America and Mexico and stuff. But the support that Jamaica had on that day was exceptional, fam. You know that the Jamaican diaspora in America is great. Can you imagine? Prior to that final, when Jamaica made the final over there in Philly, right? Can you imagine the JFF having not only a couple social media pages, having the players talking about how excited they were to reach at the final, right? But selling the jersey that I didn't have to, when I pull up at the stadium, buy a shirt that said Jamaica on it from a random man. But we could have had my jersey 2-3 weeks before and going on my jersey with the player name on the back, supporting my club, my country. Like, this should not be hard, fam. This should not be rocket science. This should be something as easy as, let's get this done, JFF. Who out there is at the JFF? You guys listening? Let's get this done, fam. Literally, let's get this done. Because it's not that serious. It was never ever that serious. Let's get this done, fam. I don't know. Just a friendly reminder to you guys out there. If you lower your expectations, a friendly reminder. Let me repeat that. A friendly reminder to you out there. Like, expectations breed disappointment, right? What are you expecting from the JFF as football fans in the years to come if they can't even develop ways and means to support themselves and support the players? What are you going to expect, fam? Everything is just going to fall through. Mikel Antonio is going to come and realize the country is just run by shit, and then boom. Ravel Morrison is not going to stop playing because this is like his trip to the Salvation Army, fam. He's not playing anywhere else. No other club wants him. So as long as Jamaica give him an opportunity to put on a jersey and play, regardless of how the JFF treats him, he's not going to stop. That man don't have any option. But how many players are going to come into a system run like this and stay? Think about that. You have players like Mason Holgate, who is playing for Everton Football Club, with millions of dollars that give these players everything they need. These players don't have to do anything other than wake up, drive to work, train, play ball, eat, and shit. Because the club make their lives as comfortable as possible for them to perform to their best ability. Or are you going to invite Mikel Antonio, a man who's used to playing in the Premier League, used to have millionaires and such around him, to go put him up in a one waste man hotel if he can play football? That's not enticing him to come back, fam. Because you're not doing everything you have on the other hand. You're just complaining about you don't have sponsorship. What are you doing to get that sponsorship, fam? Where is the works? This reminds me of Manchester United owners talking about, oh my God, we know that Old Trafford is depleting and it's leaking and it's really bad, and we know that we need to make investment. No, fam. We need to see the plans that you have to make said investment, fam. There's not a big screen in Old Trafford, fam. So if there's a penalty check by VAR, no one in the stadium can watch it on the big screen. You just have to sit down and same thing with the Jamaica Football Federation. They're just run by incompetence and they're just pissing on everybody's head and telling them that it's raining. You're so proud to be the leader of the Jamaica Football Federation. Yet there is nothing innovative coming out of your mouth running the football. I am yet to see any movements made. I could be wrong. Maybe they're doing something in the back, but nobody is seeing it. I would love for anybody to watch. If you're watching this in the future, tag me, right? officially roam on Twitter, tag me, fam. Send me a direct message. Let me know. Please let me know on Instagram, anywhere. Let me know where has the JFF been pushing on social media their football, pushing the brand of Jamaica to entice people. If you go on TikTok right now, there are people on TikTok making a living just by making videos. And it's not, and TikTok only pays 4 cents per 1,000 views, fam. But they're still making a killing. Why? Because people reach out to them and sponsor them to make videos, fam. I will give you said money. Why? Because they're getting millions of views, which means marketing rule 101, right? The more people see a product, the more likely they are, the more likely it is of someone catching the eye and buying your product. Especially in this globalized internet shopping world. If you're sitting down every day and every day a one-wheel bicycle fly past your face on your TV, you're not a unicycler. You've never unicycled before. But if every day a unicycle commercial comes across your mind, you're going to think about eventually, maybe I should get a unicycle. Think about that for your product or your brand. If Jamaica grows their following, someone, unicycle.org, will come and say, I would love for you to put this on your shirt. I want to be the main #1 provider for unicycle for the entire country. Let me pay you this amount of money. It's not that difficult, JFF. It's not that difficult. Never have been. Here ends my rant about the JFF, fam. We can do this. We just need to either get smart, have the people who are running the JFF do better, or get them out, fam. Get some younger people who are willing to be innovative, who are not here for the money, but here to make a living, to make a career, and build up Jamaica football. Get them out, fam. Get them out. Straight up and down. Get them out. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right. Here ends my rant on this on the JFF. I'm looking forward to the Japan game. I am looking forward to, watching, playing the game. I just got back from a game this morning. Looking forward to the Euros. But damn, Jamaica football just stress me out, fam. Stressing me out, eh? All right. You guys know this is the 4th official, obviously. So we are a Jamaican American YouTube channel. Just started it up. I'm trying to build it up as much as I can, with a heavy bias towards Manchester United. So let's talk about the off season in football. Where does Manchester United stand with transfers? Where does Man City stand with transfers? Where does Chelsea stand with transfers? In terms of the big name coming in, coming out, that kind of stuff. I mean, when Aguero signed for when Aguero signed for Man City, he had mentioned that he will not leave this club until they won the Champions League. I just heard he signed for Barcelona, and it will be official on the 1st of July. So does that mean that Man City actually won? I think they won. Did Man City win the Champions League? They probably did. Man City probably won the Champions League, fam. Pretty sure they did. Let's represent Man City. Where's up your blood clot self? Yeah, so in terms of transfers, let's touch on the winners of the Premier League now, Manchester City. It seems that there's a lot of noise going around that Harry Kane and Jack Grealish probably favors a move to Man City. I am dreading this because if they do, I know I went out on a limb last year saying if Thiago Alcantara joins Liverpool, it'll be curtains. Liverpool will win everything. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I get too, but I can't see Harry Kane and Jack Grealish going to Man City and it not being curtains, fam. Because let's be honest, Jack Grealish is a baller, bro. Jack Grealish is an absolute baller. And Harry Kane is just efficiently good. You put those man under Pep Guardiola and barring another crisis, they will not lose anything, fam. It's going to be a shooting fest with Harry Kane. And they will never get the ball off of Jack Grealish. They can't get the ball off of him, no. Can you imagine him under Pep Guardiola tutelage? Damn it. I mean, that goes full circle into the team that came second. Because when we talk about Manchester United, is it possible for Manchester United to either go for Sancho, Harry Kane, a defender, and a defensive midfielder? I don't think it's possible. It's going to be way too much money, fam. Especially for a man like Declan Rice or for Ndidi. It might be cheaper to go to the Yves Basuma. I would love for them to get Basuma because I kind of rate him over Ndidi. Not so much as I rate Declan Rice, however. But still, fam. Still. There's no way Manchester United is going to afford Harry Kane and Jadon Sancho. I would love them both. It's not going to happen. However, I'm hearing Tottenham are valuing Anthony Martial at 35 mil. Manchester United wants 40 mil. Now, if we were to say, hey, I'm going to give you $60 million plus Anthony Martial, what say you? I mean, it is a COVID crisis. Swaps are going to definitely possibly be the mainstay in this summer transfer. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to swap Harry Kane for Anthony Martial plus 60 mil, fam. On the other side of that, I wouldn't be opposed to watching Manchester United swap Jesse Lingard for Declan Rice plus 40 mil, fam. That in itself is 100 mil already, bad. And then whatever money we had from last year could probably possibly still go to Sancho. That's us having Declan Rice, Sancho, and Harry Kane. That will be a summer. I'm hearing Chelsea want Lukaku to come back. Chelsea is the champions of Europe. Inter Milan don't want to get rid of Lukaku. They still owe us money for Lukaku anyways. They're still paying for it. Is it possible, fam? I know Man City is not known for spending more than $60 million. That's a fact. That's a given. I don't know if it's possible for them to do so, but it's very, very rough. I don't know what to tell you, fam. It's going to be a very hard day. It's going to be rough. But, damn it. Liverpool signed Kanote. I don't really rate that defender highly. I think him and the other defender coming out of RB Lipstick were very overrated. I don't think he's better than Gomez, even though Gomez is still injured. So I can't see really Liverpool getting any better with Kanote. But there's still some reinforcement in there. Manchester United is rumored to be lodging a bid tomorrow for Jadon Sancho. I guess they were just waiting on some financial things to clear up, but it's rumored that they will be filing an official bid tomorrow for Jadon Sancho. Terms have been agreed. It's just a matter of time. I would love for them to complete that deal before the Euros and then focus on other things. If that's the case, Manchester United will be bidding for Jadon Sancho tomorrow. That shows us that a lot has changed. With Ed Woodward going out, Murtaugh taking over transfers, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing a new deal. Maybe things have changed at the club in terms of, management at club level. Still need to get rid of the Glazers. But who knows, fam? So recap real quick. Don't want to see Harry Kane or Jack Grealish at Manchester City. They've already... That would be so horrible. Oh! Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have been great. My name is Rome. You're watching the 4th Official. Bless up yourself. Make sure you watch a like and drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. You're watching the playback. Drop a subscribe on the video. Share it with your friends. Manners. We're out.